What's up? This your boy. A lot of people know me. That's why I'm posting this post. I've been talking to a lot of people on Facebook and different little networks about the situations that's been going on right now, uh, with all the violence in the streets and police brutality and people losing their lives out here. And it's very sad that in such a period in our stage of our development in this country, the United States, that we still going through a lot of the issues that were supposed to have been resolved um, back when we had to fight for these initial rights in the first place of being uh, people of equality. And a lot of that has not taken place the way that Dr. King fought for it, the way that Malcolm X fought for it, a way a lot of our leaders, our public leaders, have fought in the past, and we have to be able to take responsibility for our actions as a people in this country. I mean, we've been provoked too, so others that have been doing the provoking with the judicial system, crooked law enforcement, people utilizing their powers and their authority placements to execute their own personal agendas that has nothing to do with the way our civilization should run to benefit the people as a whole, as one, as a nation. And I want to just get my point across because there was some comments that was made on some of the forums and different posts where people like myself who have the opinion of there's a way to do things, and people were responding like saying, "Oh, that's Uncle Tom, or that's uh, rational-minded niggas." that comment actually made me laugh. I ain't got somebody posting, "I ain't got time for all these rational-minded niggas." It's like, seriously, but I understand, I understand why some people feel the way they feel with what's been going on right now as far as retaliation, the reaction and retaliation to what's been going on towards our young black men and our women and whatnot. It's been going on for years. But now with social media and technology, it's just made it so much easier and accessible to see the things that's going on now. I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. Like, my uncles have been telling me this for years. I had the opportunity to grow up around a lot of strong black men and women, and some of them were older too, so they were able to pass along a lot of wisdom and knowledge to me as I was coming up. And none of this really surprised me because it's been going on for years. It's just that now we have cell phones that can actually record good footage and people can see what's going on. I mean, shooting's been going on, and cover-ups and that kind of thing. So yeah, I do believe that law enforcement should be held accountable for their actions if their actions are unjust and it's based upon their emotions and feelings towards a certain group of people and not based upon actual fact and law. That's supposed to be written for all people, not just for a certain group, to protect that certain group. And a lot of people argue that's what the laws have been written for, was to benefit a particular group and not the mass. And that's one of the many things that I believe that we should be able to change. Um, my problem is a lot of people that are advocating the violence, I don't think they really see the bigger picture, and they're not acknowledging it, or they too blind to it. I don't know. Um, I really don't think they get it. It's a bigger picture. It's a bigger paintbrush that's being used It's multiple larger paintbrushes that's being used right now that's painting everything that you're seeing. All you're seeing is just what one or two paintbrushes is doing over here in the corner. You're not seeing everything. Like look at our previous history in this country with blacks in this country. Whether you're from countries in Africa that came over here, or if you were born here, it's all the same to me. Look at previous history with the protests and the rioting and everything. Those were adults. Those were adults, grown adults, for the most part, that was involved in a lot of the protesting and everything that was going on during those time periods. It was more controlled. There was some stuff got out of hand. It did. I mean, the '91 riots out in LA. I mean, I was very, very young, but I saw the footage and I was told the stories and whatnot because I had family over there too. So I heard a lot of stories about different things that have occurred in this country with my people. Now, if you look at today, the majority of the people that's out protesting, I don't call rioting protesting. That's not protesting to me. Going out looting for TVs and weave and apple pies and motor oil is not looting. I mean, it's not protesting. That's looting. That's just an excuse to see if you can get something for free that you would otherwise, under normal circumstances, pay for. So I don't agree to that at all. But there's kids out there. Now, if you look at the bigger picture, if you wanted to severely hinder a group of people, a community, an ethnicity, a group of people that represents a part of a nation, you don't go after the adults. You go after the kids. And that's what they're doing right now. They got the kids out there in the street that is now giving them an excuse to do harm to them. When stuff starts happening to the kids, that's going to affect us in the long run because the kids are the ones that's going to take our place. They're crippled right now because they don't have no leadership. They wild. They buck wild. I mean, mothers are seeing their children on TV, recognize them like, they're like 15, 16 years old, 17 years old. They're high school kids, or they just fresh out of college. Still haven't really found their way yet in this world. And the people, us adults that are in our mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, and so forth, the ones that are pumping our fists up saying, yeah, about time, you're not really looking at the big picture. And it's sad. And nobody's reaching out to say, look, this is what we need to do. Now, me personally, if I'm going to do something, it's going to be precise. This ain't nothing but a wildfire. You're going out there burning anything, attacking anything, just off of emotion. That's nothing but what you call a wildfire. You go in the middle of your yard and you set a fire and just watch it burn. It burn everything. Your house, your neighbor house, everything. It gets your enemy, it get you, it get everything you love, everything you work hard for, it gets everything. Now, that's a wildfire to me. Now, waiting on the judicial system to kind of, put your hands up and say, oh, I'm going to just wait for the law to, justice will be served and that kind of thing. I can understand people not wanting to wait on that because we've been waiting for I don't know how many years. And now, because of technology, a lot of the things that we've been complaining about for so many years is now being put on the forefront where not just we can see it in the United States, but all over the world. You can just YouTube all types of different things that happen in this country that people were claiming weren't happening. Now it's happening, and people can see it as proof. So now they have to react to it and respond quickly. And now it's like they want to do something about it. And I can understand why people are mad. So they're like, oh, more action. They don't understand until stuff starts to burn up. But who's doing the burning out there? That's your kids. That's my little brother. That's my niece, my nephew. And it's a shame. wake up and see the bigger picture. If you're going to do something, do it precise. A thought process behind it, a plan, a strategy. And that takes time. But it works. It's worked in the past. This is what you're willing to sacrifice in order to get things done. Are you willing to sacrifice your immaturity? Are you willing to sacrifice the emotional restraints on you because of what's happened? Are you able to look at it and say, and own up on your mistakes and what you've done and contributed to say, okay, I'm going to switch it up? Nobody's yet to do that. You got to do it as yourself, as an individual, and just stay on your and start walking on your path of nobility. Because right now, this ain't noble at all. You looking real stupid. And them ain't my people. If you riding for cars, that's one thing. But if you out here just wanting to get something free and just an excuse to loot and run your butt back home and like, oh, look what I got. You ain't worth the stress. You ain't worth me being out there getting pepper sprayed and all that nonsense. Because I'm not out there to try to get nothing free. I'm out there to make a difference and set an example for these many, many kids that's, 5, 10 years younger than me that need to see a strong leader out there on the forefront. Say, hey, this is what I should be doing. This is how I should conduct myself. But that's pretty much all I got to say about the whole situation. We're going to do something, do it precise. You want to hurt them, I'll tell you how to hurt them. Stop patronizing their businesses and spending all your money in their businesses. Some of them you can't help. Like, oh, there's no black-owned grocery store. I understand that. Just stop blowing up all your money on things that don't matter. People out here, they like to, they obtain money in different ways. Me and a friend of mine was talking about that. People attain all this money, blow it, but then when they need a lawyer, they got to get a public defender because they spent all their money on Gucci. When Gucci can take 5 felonies and turn it into 1 misdemeanor with no jail time and no snitching, then I guess you can get your money every week. People just need to wake up. That's all I got to say.